Hey everybody, welcome back to my kitchen. We are in the middle of Snowmageddon 2026, and if I'm not in front of the fireplace with my feet up under a blanket, the place I want to be during a winter storm event is in the kitchen cooking. And so today I have one of my favorite um, winter storm foods, taco soup. It's hearty, it'll warm you up on a cold day, and it's easy to fix. So this is my recipe for how I make taco soup. And you start off, I have about 1.33 pounds of ground beef, and I've already browned that and drained it. And to that, I'm going to add 3/4 of a cup of water and a packet of taco seasoning. I like Old El Paso. Of course, you could use, if you have a favorite brand or if you make your own. We're going to do a packet of taco seasoning, and we're going to stir this in and mix it according to the instructions. Get the heat turned up on my little burner, and let's get this mixed up. Right, my taco soup starts off in a skillet with the ground beef, but you're actually going to need a really good size Dutch oven or a heavy stock pot, so you want to have that ready also. All right, I didn't have my burner on under here, so it's taken a second for it to come up to temperature. But the first thing I do in my soup pot, my taco soup, I start off with a packet of Knorr Sides taco rice. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in my stock pot. So it can be getting ready. And to that, you add 2 cups of water. So I'll have that ready when it's time to put it on the burner. All right, this is coming up to temperature now. You want to cook this just like you would if you were cooking for tacos. You want to get all your meat seasoned really well and cook the majority of the liquid out of it. Okay, my ground beef is ready, and I have moved my soup pot over to my burner. I stirred my rice really well to get it mixed up and get it ready so that all the little seasonings are broken up. And now I'm going to put my ground beef in with my rice. I like this soup because other than the ground beef in a separate pan, you literally just dump everything into this pot and let it cook. So easy and really good. All right, let's get this stirred in. Now the next thing I add is a can of fire roasted corn. I don't drain my corn. And I'm going to fill about halfway with water, and I'm going to add that. To that, I'm going to add a can of pinto beans, and I do drain my pintos. Now, if your family loves black beans, I like black beans. My family, not so much. So for this, I just use pintos. But you could definitely add black beans to this too, and it would be really good. And this makes a lot, so it's definitely something that you can freeze part of it and keep for later if you have a smaller family. Share with neighbors, share with friends, or if you have a big family, it'll feed them. All right, the next thing that I add is an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. And I'm going to fill this about halfway with water and then pour that in. All right, now here's a place where you can adjust the heat, leave it out. El Pato, I think I'm saying that right. The yellow can is mild. They have a green and a red can, and they get hotter as they go, and I'm not exactly sure which one of those is the hottest. This is a jalapeno tomato sauce. Now, I put about half a can in mine. But you could definitely add the whole can, or you can leave it out. If I get things too spicy around here, I get complaints instead of yum yums. So I just add about a half a can. But it does give it just enough of a little bit of kick, a little bit of heat, and on a snowy, icy day, you need a little bit of heat. And stir that up. Now the next thing I'm going to add, I put Colby Jack cheese in mine. And I do a really good handful. And yes, my number one helper has already been in here. He heard me open it up. I didn't even say the word, but he has already had his. So don't think I didn't ignore him, or don't think I ignored him. He got his first. So now it goes into the soup. And he'll probably get a little more. Okay, that's it. Literally, I just let it go. I let it come to a simmer. And then I will turn down the heat and stir it occasionally. I like to serve mine with cornbread. I actually bought some pull-apart cheddar cheese and jalapeno bread from my Harris Teeter, and it's really good. So I'll have that with this. But I'll be back in just a little bit to have a taste and show you about the finished product. See you in a little bit. Okay, mine has been simmering for about 30 minutes. I wanted you to see it really thickens up when you let that rice packet cook. And the rice also has some little pieces of pasta mixed in. If you've never tried that rice, it's really good. It's even good. I serve it on taco night on the side. But you want to cook it for at least 30 minutes or so and let it thicken up. And it's ready. So let me get a bowl and I'll be right back and get a taste. Welcome back. All right, my taco soup is ready and I am very hungry. So I'm ready to have a bowl. Now I top mine off with some sour cream and a little more cheese. And here they come. They're not getting any yet. My number 2 helper is in here this time also. He's just not as tall as Moose. So you can't see him. And some sour cream. I've got my cornbread ready. And I don't know if you can see, beside the cornbread, there is a pan of my red velvet cream cheese brownies, because you have to have something sweet. And if you haven't watched that video, I'm going to put a link to it in the description of this one. So you definitely need to go back and watch that. They are absolutely delicious. And I'm actually going to turn half of that pan into something really fabulous for my next video. So stay tuned. Meanwhile, I'm ready for some taco soup. And see, it's really thick and hearty. This is a very hearty soup. It is so good. I actually added a pinch of salt to mine. I forgot to tell you that. I always taste first before I add any salt to anything. And don't tell my family, but I went back and added about another teaspoon of this because when I taste tested it, it didn't really have a lot of heat. And I wanted it to have a little more. And they'll never know. So there you go. One more bite. Okay, that bite was hot. This is so good. I really hope you will try it. It's absolutely delicious. It'll warm you up on a cold day. It'll fill you up, keep you full. It's easy to make. And if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Stay tuned for the next one.